I've been going through spiritual warfare for 4.5 years, 5 years, almost 5. And I work at a hospital, and I don't know if I don't think I shared this one. I don't know, but it was an experience that I felt because I can feel spirits inside of people. I can feel spirits on people. If I sit too close to people, I can really feel them. Sometimes it's like a bothersome to me for some reason. I don't know why, but I can just feel their spirits. And I could feel oppression spirits too. I could feel heavenly spirits. I could feel the spirit of God in things, nature. I could feel the presence of God, the spirit of God in clouds, and like pretty much everything. And yes, everything vibrates. Yes, everything does. I pick up a pen, I can feel it. Well, there was this woman who was going through code blue. And all the nurses came, and they came to assist her. She was like, her blood pressure was going down. She was wobbling. She wasn't responding. I don't know if she was dying. I think maybe she was. I don't know. Well, it was at the end of my day. Like, literally, the Lord had it happen right when I got done cleaning the room. And then right when I was leaving, walking out, that's when they were going to take her probably down to ICU or something. And when I say, like, all I did was walk right past the bed, because there was a nurse, and then there was the ladies on the bed, no eyes are open or anything. And I could just feel thickness, like it's like a stuffy thickness. Like if you walk into a room and it feels stuffy, like that, but spiritual. And I felt it over the whole bed, her whole entire bed. There was this invisible spirit. And I'm assuming it was like a oppression spirit. That's what I'm just assuming. And it felt heavy. It felt thick and stuffy in a spiritual spirit way. And it's not the first time that I feel this. I feel this all the time with people. But it just felt like I felt it before on someone who was dying or something. It didn't feel like it took over the whole entire bed. With this woman, it felt like it took over the whole entire bed. Like her whole entire area. Like from head to toe, I could just feel it like hovering over her. And I don't know if it was hovering. I don't know if it was in her and on her. I don't know if her spirit was coming out of her body. But I felt it hovering over the whole entire bed. The other person, I didn't feel it hovering over the entire bed. It was just hovering over a certain spot over their body. It was in the air, just probably like the midsection of the person's body. But with her, like I said, it was over the whole entire bed, and I felt it. And I already know if I was to ask the nurse, hey, can you feel that? They probably would have said no anyways, because I was having a hard time, like, walking past that woman because of it. I was like, I wanted to get in the elevator because it felt heavy. This was, a couple days after Christmas. And then the moment, like a couple nights ago, my experience that I had with the clouds, I have never, ever seen the clouds move so fast the way that they did. And I wish to God I would have had a camera. I wish I had my phone with me. But the Lord likes to do that. He likes to have my eyes see certain things that I can't capture with camera. But I'm telling you, like, okay, it was windy, but when these clouds were going real fast, I heard the clouds, I felt the clouds, and it was windy, but it wasn't windy where I was at. It was windy above. It's like the clouds were wind itself. And I couldn't feel it, but I could just hear it. I could just... as they're passing by so fast, like, so freaking fast. so fast, so fast, so fast, like so fast. And the Lord tells me today, He reminds me today that God is love and God is power. And the power of God, the power of love. The Word is power, the Word is spirit and truth, and the Word comes in power. It doesn't come just like, okay, you're going to open up the Bible and you're going to read it. No, it comes in power. The Word comes in power. And that's what the Lord has really, really shown me. Even when you speak it, when the true disciples spoke the Word, it manifested, or they would pray that it would manifest. It would, when you speak the Word, it's supposed to manifest as you ought to speak it, like Paul says. Speaking the Word in power, because the Word is power. It doesn't come just in word. It comes in word and power. And there are so many Bible verses that, just so many stories, all the stories of God is the power of God. All of it is the power of God, all of it. And I want to show you an example of the power of God. This right here is an example of the power of God. Now the title above it, you can't see what it says, but it says continuing power in the church. And I want to read it to you because it says Acts 5, number 12. And through the hands of the apostles, many signs and wonders were done among the people. And they were all with one accord in Solomon's porch. One accord, and the hands. Yet none of the rest dared join them, but the people esteemed them highly. None of the rest people dared to join them. That's an example of the power of God. And the people esteemed them highly, respected them highly. God had them do that by His power. And believers were increasingly added to the Lord, multitudes of both men and women. So this is the power of God. So that they brought the sick out into the streets and laid them on beds and couches, that at least the shadow of Peter passing by might fall on some of them. That's the power of God. God had them bring out the sick people into the streets and lay them on beds and couches, that at least the shadow of Peter passing by might fall on some of them. So passing by in spirit. This is passing by in spirit again. Like the other verses that I showed you with Paul. Passing by. The spirit shadow. The shadow of the spirit of Peter passing by. The Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name.